Alrighty, so here we have the first ever Nelson recording over one of his live rounds. Pleasure for all of you joining to watch this round here at Hornets Nest. This was a nice trip my girlfriend and I took across the country. I'm from Omaha. She's currently living in Boise. Wanted to go down and check out North Carolina, see what it's all about. So enjoy this with us as I tink my opening putt of the round, and here I am tapping in for par. Hole 2, once we get there, a little bit of a disappointment. They didn't have the basket on the island. I decided to play it anyway. I have a general idea for where this is at. They got the pine chips over there as well to kind of mark out where the parked circle would be, I suppose. Throw a good shot up there, get a really nice plinko off the trees, about 5 feet deep of the basket there. So we're going to count that as a birdie. Hole 3 here, really tricky. Got to navigate through the woods. Throw a sidearm really hard here. I was a bit upset. We had a guy that skipped in front of us and then was playing slow looking for his disc. Here I am reaching my drive. Pretty ideal. Throw a big forehand here with the Halo Destroyer. You can see that bridge there. That's where most of the pros are looking to skip across. So a little short of where they would like to land, but good for me. Here we have about a 15, 20-footer. Back-to-back birdies. Good way to start the round. Go to hole 4. I heard Yuli talk about throw this hard, try to get it as close to the fence line as you can. I took that a little bit too much to word and bounced off the fence. Actually rolled out though to give me a really good look here. So this basket placement's a little bit short of where the pros played it, short left, but throw my Sexton Firebird up nice and high. I'm really trying to land on the ridge. That way I don't roll all the way down into the road like we've seen too many times on coverage. Get a good reaction, about 25 deep of the basket. And that's a putt that you won't see me make too often, but glad that one stuck. Hole 5 here. Playing the shorter tee. Couldn't find the deep tees here on this one. I think it was a temp. Throw it up there nice and high. Stick it into the wood chips. Should be a pretty routine birdie. That'll get us 4 in a row after that par start, which obviously is an out-of-towner you're more than happy with, getting off to that good hot start. This hole, this is one that I think we all recognize from Hornets Nest. This is one that I was looking forward to playing the most, just to test my distance. A lot of stuff about internet distance on here, but seeing if we can get there. I know this is a pull for the pros. I threw that one about as well as I could. Comes up maybe 15 feet short. And here we are, just getting ready to finish it out. And if you're familiar to the Nelson vlogs, you'll hear me say quite often, twice or it's luck. So this hole 7, my nemesis. If I were to go back there, this is the one that I would try to play over and over again. Really suits my game, big forehand, but got a little unlucky there, clipped one of the lower limbs. And then this I thought was great, caught a root and just killed it. You can see that root that I'm talking about right there. Throw this one just a little bit inside of where I wanted it. It's going to skip up short right, and then I'm going to have about a 35 footer for par, and doink. So we drop back, -4, still all right with that. This might have been the best drive of the day. Throw that, just barely missed that tree on the right. Skipping hard back left into pretty much the ideal spot. Saw a lot of pros struggle with this hole, but as you'll see after this shot, I did not. And that's my trusty blue harp. You'll see that thing thrown around the course quite a bit today. Put that one up. Don't hit your head while you're tapping it out. And so you can hear me telling my lovely girlfriend, please follow me to the basket so I can have evidence proof of where this one landed. Again, a lot of talk about internet scoring, so I like to show as much of it as I can. Obviously, we're not a Jomez crew. We got one phone camera, but we do the best that we can, and she does a great job. Hole 9 here. So it says 480 online. It plays more like just over 3. Downhill, I'm going KC Pro Rock. I get this one. It starts to turn just a little bit out of the hand, gliding down the hill. We get pin high, but probably 25 feet right of the basket. Here we are. You can actually see the circle 1 tether there. And we made it. And twice or it's luck. Boom. So after that bogey, we get back-to-back birdies, get us back on the right track. This tee shot was very intimidating. The wind was blowing, but I threw my Halo Destroyer out there, got exactly where I wanted to. I thought that was perfect, but it's actually a little short of where you want to be. The angle opens up if you push higher up towards that tree there in the sunlight. This isn't bad, but probably 250 in, and the angle's pretty sharp to get over to the right. So I'm going with my Huck Die Firebird. Throw that one out there on hyzer. It flips up a little bit on me, comes inside, and hits one of the guardian trees right before the green. So we're going to be left about a 50-footer. And I put it up, thought it was good, and it wasn't. That's all right, though. We'll get out of there with our par. This tee shot laced my Flippy Sheriff, flipped a flat. You can see that tree kind of highlighted in the middle of the fairway. It caught the very inside of that. Otherwise, I think we might have been down there for a jump putt. I was really impressed with myself on this shot. Threw a harp nice and high on Annie. You can kind of see it. It flexes in between that little tiny gap and then gets down there where I at least have a putt for my birdie. And yeah, we'll just leave that to what it is. You can see on my face, not too pleased. Hole 12, probably my favorite hole on the course, I think. This is one that you'll see on coverage. Big drive, getting out into the opening, and then it's typically a forehand, unless you get 600 plus feet of distance and have a straight look at it. I hit this one as hard as I could and got it out there. You can hear me saying that was melted, which it was. So we'll get up here to my lie, going Halo Destroyer again. This is kind of my overstable destroyer on big forehands I need to get right. Hit that one pretty good, gets through the gap, fights over, and I think it's parked. Not quite parked, but we got a nice easy clean up there. Tap in for another birdie. Here I am, cleaning off the tee pad. And we're going flippy harp here. Try to get it to hold left. It doesn't quite hold the whole way through. Otherwise, we might have had a tap in. Kind of finishes out to the right, so we're left on the hill. Dangerous putt. But he makes it. That was probably about 70-footer. When I saw the video, I was a little upset she didn't get the tape rolling early enough, but nobody's a pro out here. We're just having fun. Throw my Huck Die. Little inside of where I wanted, but I think it gets pin high here, and I have a putt coming back at the basket. So yeah, here we are. About pin high, 30 right of it. Make it, count it. First one counts. Twice hurts luck. I guess I was pretty lucky this time, but we take all we can get. This hole, the most intimidating from the tee, and it's not close. That gap is about 4 or 5 feet wide, it seems. Kind of yank my KC rock through the gap, but I get lucky. It works its way out into a spot where I feel pretty comfortable getting up and down, especially with this blue harp. Likes to land soft. So basically here, just trying to split the trees, get it over the hill, and I do that. Clean up our par here, and we're on to the final 3 holes.
Beautiful.
So this hole, you kind of get to pick your side, left side forehand, right side backhand. I decided to go right side backhand. This is also a KC rock, a little more finished than the one I threw previously. Thought I put a good move on it, but you can see it was always going to hit that tree. Hits it and actually kicks me into the left fairway, which when I got up there I realized was a bit tighter than the backhand line. Here you're going to see me throw up some prayers, and to be honest, that's all they really were. None of them got too close to going in. This is my one I'm playing off of. Just under, just too low. Second one, I tried to give it the height, and just inside. And then I yelled down at Liv, give her a heads up, because a little frustrated letting this one slip away, so I decided to chuck my harp as hard as I can at it, and buzz the tower, as Top Gun would say. So clean that up. That's all right. Get on to hole 17. Talking about which side I'd like to go on next time if I ever were to play it again. Hole 17, so the bear, the big par 5. Threw this destroyer really hard, just came out a little early. I'm going to get about 330, 340 up the fairway before it kicks me back to the middle. Not horrible spot, and really fortunate kick. If I was in that left side, it'd be just a pitch out scenario. Here I'm just trying to throw this harp to the landing zone, where you see all the big pros who are going for eagles. This is where they're trying to land their drive, and did a pretty good job. It got up there into kind of the perfect landing position, going with that blue harp, try to get a little turn on it, and I do. And as soon as I threw this, I thought it was absolute money, and it held over left, kind of came back right. Got ourselves maybe a 25, 30-footer up the hill, trying to get our birdie 4. And we got it. Gotta love when you're making putts on a day, especially when you're like me and not the most consistent putter. Final hole, hole 18. This one I absolutely hit as hard as I could. Threw it on the perfect line. You can hear me talking to it the whole way. Get even a nice little ground play skip up to the left. Pin high. You can see a little fist bump there. And this to close my round out. Secure that 11 down, or at least in my book, what was an 11 down. And we got it. So much fun out here. It was a perfect day. Little breezy, but we got there early enough. There wasn't a soul on the course. Got to play through, aside from the one kind of loony guy that played through us and let us play through him, but then he just kind of disappeared. So, great day. If you have a chance to get down to Charlotte, I recommend Hornets Nest, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching.